Jennifer, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, girl. What app was this?
I can't remember because I was in college at this time. This was like maybe 10 years
Okay,
ago.
all good. And what'd you
Um,
see?
there was a guy, and he had all of his pictures of him dressed as Wolverine. He had the claws and everything, and he was
That's
in the
hilarious.
poses.
I
I
love that.
mean, okay, but Jennifer, okay. Aside from the costume, was the man attractive? Because I think if it's a hot dude, he could probably pull it off.
Mm,
No, okay, fair enough. That's fair. Yeah, all right, Jennifer. 1 second, you're in the running.
I
What's
like the
us?
ones like when they're on Hinge and it's like, hey, welcome to my profile. It's like videos, and then it's like, oh, you want to see me cook? And it's like every single video is like them explaining like what they do. It's so funny.
Are they trying to be funny, or are
Yeah.
they trying to? Okay,
But they're also like showing off like their sense of humor, but also like their actual hobbies. But it's hilarious. I'll have to find the. I think I sent you that video like a few weeks ago.
well, I've seen the guys do like the cribs thing, where it's like, "Come on to my place."
Yeah,
And they
no,
do
that's
like
that's
that.
the video I sent you where he like
Okay.
comes in.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, welcome to my Hinge. Let's get to know each other. And
Yeah,
it's
that's
like
kinda
him
funny.
like cooking, and I'm like,
That's
that's
cute.
hilarious.
That's fair. Let me go. Fake name Kate. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, girl. What app was this on?
I think it was Tinder.
Okay.
So my ex and
yeah.
I had just split up, and my cousin had sent me a text saying that a friend of hers had matched with my ex and sent me all the pictures, and it was a picture of my oldest sitting kind of backwards on his lap and with an exploded diaper of diarrhea all over his chest.
Ew.
Okay. And so,
What?
do you think he posted it thinking it'd be cute and like people are like, oh, look at him being responsible, or he's just aloof?
I think he's just aloof.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. All right. And I mean, without giving away too much, are they currently in a relationship or no? Like, did it work?
No, they are separated.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
That's fair. All right. Fake name
He's
Kate.
remarried and divorced again.
Got it. All right. Hold on 1 second. You were in the running. Yeah. If I saw something, the photo of a baby that's had an explosion,
Yeah.
I'd be like, that's an odd choice because that to me, I want to see the after of like, did you clean it up? Did you take care of the baby?
I
Not
just
like,
don't want to see it.
well, there is that.
Explain.
That's a good point as well. You missed last week's sauce. We talked about this woman in Philadelphia who was in road rage and she had diarrhea in a woman's hood of her car.
That is,
To get her back.
yeah, that was so gross.
They just actually I think arrested her this past week too.
Well, you guys should
She-
see the picture that Eric just emailed to us because
What is it?
it's a listener just texted us in. Hold on.
Oh, of their. Oh, okay,
No,
okay, yeah.
Can you open it?
Yeah, so
How
this
are
is
they doing that?
this is on a dating app, and it's a dude who has positioned himself between the sink and the walls, and he's holding himself up like Spider-Man, and you can see his bare booty. It is
naked.
I'm gonna be honest.
Why?
Kind of hilarious.
I can't stop.
That is hilarious. That like to that guy.
That is so
Hilarious.
bizarre. And what is with the frame that's on the picture?
Yeah.
Where is that too?
The hands.
Yeah,
I don't like
yeah.
The whole thing is really
it's
weird.
basically a guy holding himself up naked.
Yeah,
in
he's
the
holding
mirror.
himself up naked on one hand, like up with his butt in the corner.
Kind of funny.
Yeah,
Kind of funny.
That is
a lot
so
happening.
bizarre.
Let me go. Fake name Maggie. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, girl. This is on what app?
Tinder.
Okay, and we saw what on Tinder? Fake name Maggie.
I had seen a couple looking for a third person to join in, I guess the term is pet play.
Okay.
Okay.
So like they like furries.
Yes,
Okay.
and they were looking for a third person to, like, you know, kind of use pet materials and like a leash to walk them
Sure.
and everything.
Oh,
it was
so
a very
you're-
detailed bio. It
Sure,
was
you
very-
you were gonna be the pet sitter. You wouldn't be necessarily a Pomeranian. You'd be the dog walker, so to speak.
You would be the dog walker
Sure.
and a very, you know.
Yeah. How'd
Hey,
it go? How'd
don't
it,
knock
yeah.
it till you try it.
how'd it go?
Oh, I didn't go. I took
Okay.
less.
All right, fair enough. All right, fair enough. All right,
Yeah.
fake name Maggie. 1 second, you're in the running. We don't judge here.
I mean, to each their own. If that's like what they like to do for
Yeah.
fun, and they're being honest, go
Well,
for
more
it.
importantly, as long as you're using the flea and tick prevention, I think that's really all that
That's it.
matters. Let me go. Fake name Nikki. Good morning.
Morning, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. This is on what app? Fake name Nikki.
This was actually on Bumble, surprisingly.
Okay,
Nice.
which is classier in theory. What'd you see?
I saw this guy with screenshots of this quiz that you take to show what you're into.
Mm.
And it's not like one of those BuzzFeed quizzes.
Sure.
It's like a beauty hardcore quiz.
Sure.
And his bio was basically don't even swipe if you don't have at least 80% in this category and that category. And they were
so
freaky
just to be clear, Fake Nikki, it wasn't about like pineapple and pizza. It was like furry things in the bedroom.
Sure was that last one.
Okay, now based on his score, what was his freak scale roughly on a scale of 0 to 10?
He broke the scale.
Look
honestly.
at that. Look at that. Now, did he look like somebody that would break the scale in that way?
He was really, really hot, and in like a way.
So a bunch of girls took that quiz and they're like, "Hey, homie, let's meet up."
Absolutely.
Yeah, this guy wouldn't be vanilla, but I also wouldn't have guessed the other stuff.
I just don't like that he's like throwing a pop quiz on you like right away.
Well,
like that's like giving substitute teacher vibes. I don't like that.
Fake Nikki, 1 second, you're in the running. Well, he's about that life. He's making sure you are. I get that.
Yeah.
Fake name Josh. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well, man. This is on what app?
Hinge.
All right, brother. What'd you see?
So this was a few years ago, but I accidentally, I think, caught my friend trying to cheat on her boyfriend, now husband.
Okay. Now, fake name Josh. Forgive me if I sound confused here, but how did you accidentally find your friend trying to cheat on her husband?
Well, she came to town for work, and I was single, so I'm just swiping.
Hell yeah.
And her profile comes up, and I was a little confused.
Yeah.
And then I actually reached out, and I was like, "Hey, is this you?" And she gave like a vague response. And at the time, I was giving the benefit of the doubt of like, "Oh, like maybe she was just, doing something for a friend." And then the more I realized it, and as I shared the story with people, they were like, "No, man, like she was definitely trying to like hook up for the night."
Sure. Yeah. Okay. And did she specifically mention in her bio like, "Hey, I'm looking for one night of fun"?
Yeah, it said something like, "I'm in town for the night, and like one thing you should know is I have a boyfriend."
She's definitely trying to cheat.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, it really is like it's spelled out.
All right. Fake name Josh. 1 second. You're in the running. Can I just say this though? I wouldn't believe that if I was a dude and saw a profile like basically saying I'm just looking for a hookup. I wouldn't believe that. A no strings attached hookup in town for the night.
This is a trap.
I'd be like, this is a dude. Yeah. There was okay.
I mean,
I probably can't tell this story.
You've told the story before.
What story?
The one that you told me years ago.
Which one is that?
No, the one like where like it ended up being a man.
No, well, okay, Shelby. You can't.
John, I've slept for 30 minutes, okay? So
Shelby,
I'm trying to think of things.
But hold on. You can't spoil something and then be like a dating story of me and then go and end up being a man. You can't say things like that because out of context, that sounds really bad.
Because all I could think of was like where I was when you told me and not like the actual story because I was so shocked.
So wait, what happened?
Okay, dude, you are the worst.
I'm sorry.
I'm
also losing my voice.
I understand that. I'll go live on Instagram in a second.
But give them like some key things.
At Intern John Radio, after we get the winner here, I'll go live on Instagram.
Okay.
But I will say this. There's been no dating situation in my life where I come back and go, ended up being a dude. That has never happened. Just so, like, the way that you set that up is not at all how this story happened.